Hello everyone, my name is Lisa Duval. Maybe I thought that at some point in life I could do something better if I stayed here. Living in Russia, I always knew that I'm going to be living in a big city, but I never actually pictured living in St. Petersburg or Moscow. So ending up here, it's a big change, and it's a big change in every possible aspect. It's a whole different culture, it's a whole different atmosphere, different people, different language. It's my family's not here, my friends are no longer here, so I have to start everything basically from scratch, which is bad in a sense because you leave all the familiar to you behind, but at the same time you have that new beginning and something to look forward to. And it's been rough, I'm not gonna lie. I stayed, and I think that was the biggest, the smartest, and the dumbest decision of my life. I was left all by myself in a city that I don't know, with no car, with no money, and with the job that I actually kind of hated. So I was not really sure what to do next. So this girl was really nice to me. She told me like, oh, it's okay, you can move in with me. I've got a room for you, everything is gonna be just fine. So I did. I took her word for it, and we start living together. And when she said that I will have my own room, what she really meant is that there's a living room, some space available for you to put, I don't know, like a closet or something. And I was basically sleeping on the couch. And I thought of all of my options. I sold everything I had, and I just packed my shit and I left. I quit my position as a babysitter and moved to the city. I had about $12,000 saved. I blew them off within half a year. All of it, gone. Like it never happened. At that time, I thought that I would manage to get my own studio apartment and just commute to work. I signed a lease, and I got fired. So obviously I could not afford living in that place. I was left on the streets. I decided to go and visit my friends in New York. I sat on the train. So this guy sat next to me. So we start talking, and one thing led to another. Going back to my story, when I was left on the streets, this is the guy that saved me. This guy, Jeremy, and we moved in together. We've been together ever since. We got married. We've been happily married for 6 years now. And he just helped me with everything. I got through a lot of, shitty jobs at restaurants that I always hated. I got fired a couple of times. Every time I had those low points, and then would go lower and lower and lower, I guess I just didn't give up. I just kind of thought, maybe I'm just super optimistic. Maybe I'm just maybe I was just young and stupid, when you just believe that anything is possible. And I knew that like a little more, just a little push, and I will make it. Every single mistake, every single disappointment led me to the greater thing. I have a beautiful family. I'm about to get an amazing degree. I'm about to graduate, which, it felt like I've been going to school forever. And every time I would say like, once I graduate, once this happens, once I get a job. But now it feels so close, it feels unreal. I've had some encounters where I would answer the question, what do you do? And then I would say that I'm an electrical engineer. And some people will just, start laughing like I'm joking. Like, this is not something that I can possibly be. Like, I'm not smart enough. Like, there is something wrong with me. So, what create your own lane really means, in my perspective, is that just put aside all that bullshit and do what you feel like doing, because this is you living your life the way you want it to be, the way you chose to be, not because of the circumstances or because somebody told you so, but more like because you put your effort into this, and despite all those people who would tell you otherwise, you will not give up, and you will do what's necessary for you to succeed in where you see yourself. I can't really put much to it but that, because tomorrow it's such a trash. Like, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow is the longest day. It's always the future, and you need to live in the present and just focus on whatever you can. And what that meant for me is that, yes, it's hard. It might be really, really tough. It might be like, I might like feel like, oh my god, it's impossible to get through this. It's impossible to get through this class. It's impossible to get ready for this test. But don't give up, and you'll see the results. And usually you see results quicker than you think. So that is my story, everyone.
That was beautiful. That